name is Jon Mobley, and the type of magic I do is sleight of mind. Growing up, I was a shy kid, so magic was a quick way to break the ice. The challenge was, it was my go-to every time. I just didn't want to be boring. I thought, if I'm normal and I just act like a regular person, people aren't going to want to hang out with me, right? I've got to be interesting instead of just being real with me. Even though I've been doing magic my whole life, it was a mask. It was something I hid behind. So I decided I'm taking a break for a full year. The most vulnerable thing I do now is just show up as me. And it was a breath of fresh air. So when I returned to magic, my approach completely changed. Penn and Teller, they're known for putting their own little spin on classic tricks. Tonight, I'm gonna put a twist on something they made famous and hopefully fool them with their own trick. Penn, Teller, see if you can catch this.
Put your hands together for Indiana's own Jon Mobley.
Guys, my original plan tonight was to fool you with this. An invisible deck. But this morning, I couldn't find it. So it's fine. In fact, I'm gonna go all in. I'm going to attempt the most dangerous trick a magician can do, the bullet catch. Now, I know what you're thinking. You already famously perform a version of that trick right here on this stage. So for me to stand on your stage and attempt to fool you with your own trick, that would be foolish. Unless I could do it in a way that you literally can't see how it's done. So here's my idea. I'm gonna take the invisible deck and the bullet catch and combine them into a new trick, something the world has never seen. I present to you for the first time in history, the invisible bullet catch. Allison, would you please join me on stage? Allison, here we have a box of invisible bullets. Have you ever seen one?
Not till today.
Okay. Allison, this is pretty simple. I want you to take a look at these invisible bullets. I want you to decide which one you want, and then I just want you to carefully take it out and hold it up. Perfect. We have to make this bullet unique, which is why we brought, oh, here it is. My invisible magic marker. Allison, could you move the bullet to your other hand? We need your writing hand. I want you to take this marker and the card you're thinking of, I want you to draw it on the bullet now. Awesome. I'll take the marker. I love the new ones. All right. This is the moment. We have to load it into a gun. Oh. Guys, when you do this, you use a Colt Python 357 Magnum. Way too ambitious for me. I'm just going to use a handgun. Literally a handgun. Allison, please handle with care, and you don't need a license to operate this. But go ahead and take it. Yep, perfect. Right? Yeah, excellent. Examine the gun. It's a normal gun, right? Gold-plated even right there, I can tell. Okay, hold it up. Safety first, Allison.
Right,
there we go. Okay. This is the most important piece. Please load your bullet into the gun. Wow, she's done this before. All right. Something amazing is about to happen.
Okay.
That bullet is going to travel across the stage and hopefully end up in my mouth. But we need to get you in position. Please step forward right over here and try this. Maybe try putting your left foot back for balance. Great. Keep that elbow up the entire time.
Okay.
And then maybe this hand on your hip. How's that feel? Is that okay?
Odd.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you look great.
Thanks.
You do. Okay. Here's the moment of truth.
Okay.
In position, please.
Yeah.
On the count of 3, I want you to fire that into my face. Okay?
All right.
Here we go. Lower the gun. You think you're nervous. 3, 2, 1. 2 things were just fired. The gun and my sound guy. Allison, you shot an invisible bullet, but there's a real bullet in my teeth.
Yes.
For the first time, what was the card you were thinking that you drew on the bullet?
9 of diamonds.
Come Come a little closer here. Please verify, is that a 9 of diamonds drawn on the bullet?
Yes, it is.
Allison, give Allison a round of applause.
Ooh, Jon Mobley. All right, that's the only gun I ever want to shoot.
Fair enough, fair enough. It's the only one I've ever shot too.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you have like a lot of invisible friends when you were growing up?
It's funny you mentioned that. I grew up in a really small town of like 5,000 people, so there weren't a lot of people. In fact, magic is how I became visible to others.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I had an invisible sister.
I love that.
We fought a lot.
That's great.
Do you do magic 24 hours a day, or do you sleep?
Yeah, I did a magic a lot growing up, but now my wife and I have 3 kids under 6.
Oh, I bet they make you practice way more than you want to.
Yeah. In fact, my son, when he was 5 years old, came to my very first magic show. He had a sparkly magic hat. He brought his wand.
Aww.
He sat up front, and every time I made eye contact with him, he was going... he's my biggest fan.
Aw. All right, Jon, let's see if Penn and Teller can see through your invisible magic trick.
Here we go.
Oh, Jon, what a nice routine. You know, to do a bullet catch that's completely safe and harmless and doesn't have anything on that is really beautiful. It's the bullet catch for our times. It's just light and happy and doesn't make us think any negative stuff, just having it all make-believe all the way through there. And I thought Allison was great, you know. When you were holding up for show her the bullets, it was like Allison was seeing the stuff as you presented it to her. It was really, really beautiful. And the trick is really baffling and a very, very good trick. And whether you look at it, you know, no matter how you look at it, it's still a good trick. And we loved it. It's a great punchline and a great performance. And we don't think you fooled us.
What do you think?
Well, it's so difficult to fool these guys, which is why I also brought this, an invisible participation trophy. Thanks for your time, guys.